Water gushed like a geyser from our front lawn, the pipes severed by 3 men in HOA jackets who stood there, smirking. "This is just the start," a sleek woman in a tailored suit hissed, her voice cold as steel. "In 72 hours, this house is ours." No warnings, no notices, nothing. I gripped my phone, my heart pounding as I realized this wasn't about rules. It was a plot to steal our home. What they didn't know. My wife, a U.S. Navy commander leading 350 sailors, was on her way back, emergency leave approved. She'd landed, and her text burned through my screen. "I'm here. They'll regret this." This wasn't just a story. It was war. I'm Ethan Caldwell, and 3 months ago, my family wife, Commander Lauren Caldwell, our 10-year-old daughter Ellie, and I settled into Willow Creek, a pristine neighborhood of manicured lawns and postcard-perfect homes. After years of Navy moves, this was our sanctuary. I'm a freelance journalist, managing the home front while Lauren commands a destroyer halfway across the globe. She's also a former corporate lawyer, a detail that became critical when the HOA turned our dream into a nightmare. It started on a quiet Tuesday. I was mid-article when a pounding knock rattled the door. Outside stood Victor Hensley, the HOA's property manager, flanked by 2 burly enforcers. His smile was pure venom as he shoved a document at me. 72 hours to vacate," he declared, citing severe HOA violations. I was floored. We'd followed every rule since MOVYing in no notices, no warnings. When I demanded details, Victor's smirk widened. "It's terminal," he said, gesturing vaguely at our pristine yard. The paper bore the signature of Claudia Vance, the HOA president, but listed no specifics. When I pushed, the goons stepped closer, their intent clear. My instincts kicked in. I recorded it all, remembering Lauren's mantra, document everything. I called Lauren on her secure line. Thousands of miles away, she was calm, lethal. "Don't sign anything," she ordered. "Photograph the property, send me the video, and call Sarah Mitchell, my old law partner." Her voice softened. "They picked the wrong fight, Ethan." I believed her, but dread gnawed at me. As I snapped photos of our flawless yard, my neighbor, Marcus Rivera, approached cautiously. A tech consultant, he'd always been reserved. "I saw them," he whispered, glancing around. "The HOA's enforcers. You're not the first. The Parkers and the Lewises were forced out, their utilities cut, gates locked." His warning chilled me. These aren't just threats. That night, I dug into Claudia Vance and the Willow Creek HOA. Claudia, a former real estate mogul, had seized control 5 years ago. Online forums hinted at her ruthless tactics, but nothing explained targeting us. IVY cited Evelyn Harper, a retired historian who'd lived here for decades. Over tea, she revealed the truth. "Your lot backs the community greenbelt," she said, showing me maps. "Claudia is pushing to sell it to developers. Your house sits where they need access roads." It clicked. This wasn't about violations, it was a land grab. Evelyn's clippings tied Claudia to shady deals and hinted at her deputy, Miranda Tate, a luxury realtor whose son led Tate Properties, the developer eyeing our greenbelt. I found a buried HOA bylaw requiring a public board vote for EVY tie-ins. Claudia hadn't followed it. Property records showed a pattern. Homes and key spots sold cheap after owners were pressured out, funneled through LLCs linked to Miranda's son. This was a syndicate, not an HOA. I stored my findings in a safe and encrypted cloud, spotting an unmarked car watching our house. An anonymous email arrived. "Sell now or regret it." Fury replaced fear. This was bigger than us. At the HOA meeting, I confronted Claudia. Her platinum hair gleamed under the lights, her gaze icy. "What violations?" I demanded. She brushed me off, claiming privacy, but I cited the bylaw. Her composure cracked briefly before Miranda projected doctored photos of our house peeling paint, junked yards, all fake. I countered with my pristine photos, then dropped the bombshell. "Why is the greenbelt being sold to Tate Properties?" The room exploded. Neighbors, unaware of the deal, demanded answers. Claudia adjourned the chaos, but the seed was sown. Allies emerged, sharing their own HOA horror stories. A board member, Leonard Price, the HOA's accountant, whispered to meet him at a cafe. Nervous, he slid me a USB drive. "Claudia's skimming HOA funds through shadow accounts," he confessed. "Millions are at stake in the Greenbelt deal." He'd been blackmailed over a past error but couldn't stomach their escalating crimes: forgery, vandalism, intimidation. He warned me about Victor, a disgraced ex-cop with debts to dangerous people, now Claudia's enforcer. Sarah Mitchell, our lawyer, reviewed the Evict and filed an injunction, warning of escalation. She was right. Victor's team tailed our pizza delivery, neighbors shunned us, and Ellie came home crying after a classmate called us thieves. I sent her to Marcus's family for safety. That night, Lauren College secured leave. "The threats against the military family got me home," she said, her voice steel. "Hold on, Ethan. I'm bringing the cavalry." At midnight, our cameras were smashed, and utilities cut. I packed essentials by flashlight, grimly amused. They thought they'd break us before Lauren arrived. At dawn, I met her at the airport. In her commander's uniform, she radiated authority, calming my frayed nerves. We embraced, her strength anchoring me. As we drove home, she absorbed every detail, already strategizing. "Utilities first," she said. "Then Evict, allies, and exposure." Neighbors gawked as Lauren, in uniform, strode into our dark house. She assessed the saboteur, vandalized cameras, tampered utilities like a battlefield. "Textbook coercion," she said, photographing everything. Spreading our Evict across the table, she declared, "This is racketeering." Her plan was surgical: restore services, secure legal wins, rally the community, and expose the scheme. Lauren made 3 calls. First, to a city utilities chief, a fellow veteran. Citing illegal disconnection, she secured restoration within hours. The crew admitted they'd been told our house was abandoned. Second, to a reporter friend, framing our fight as community corruption. She offered exclusive documents, landing a meeting. Third, to the Federal Housing Authority, alleging discriminatory Evict tie-ins. This federal angle raised the stakes. We cited neighbors, Lauren in Civilian clothes to seem approachable. Her listening won them over. "We're fighting for everyone," she said. By afternoon, we had a coalition. Stories poured in: fines for approved projects, denied solar panels, harassment over grandkids. Lauren built a network, breaking Claudia's isolation tactics. She reassured Ellie Dale. "Bullies only have power if you let them." That night, a new HOA letter claimed unprecedented seizure powers. Lauren smirked. Predictable. As Victor's team erected fences around our property, Lauren watched, calculating. "They're overconfident," she said. "That's their mistake." We planned Operation Spotlight, a multi-front assault. At Marcus's house, Lauren presented the Evict to neighbors, sparking outrage. A newspaper expose, HOA tyranny in Willow Creek, detailed Claudia's fraud and past scandals, shifting momentum. Federal complaints added pressure. Claudia offered a settlement, stay if we sold in 6 months, and signed an NDA. Lauren countered with a DA complaint. Leonard overheard Victor being ordered to fix us, his debts leveraged. The final day dawned. At 9 a.m., Claudia and Miranda arrived with Victor to change our locks. I sat on the porch, coffee in hand, neighbors nearby as witnesses. "Nice day for a crime," I quipped. Claudia sneered. "Vacate, or we'll remove you." Then Lauren appeared, uniform gleaming, with a reporter, Sarah, and an FHA attorney. Cameras rolled as Lauren presented the injunction and Evict of fraud. "You're recorded attempting an illegal Evict tie-in," she said. Claudia raged, ordering Victor to destroy Evict, a fatal misstep. Neighbors blocked Miranda's escape, and police, called by Claudia, investigated her instead. Lauren's trap had sprung. At an emergency HOA meeting, Lauren dismantled Claudia's lies with documents and Hazel's bombshell, Claudia's old fraud con vy tie-in. The community voted Claudia and Miranda out. Victor turned states Evy Denke, exposing the full scheme. Leonard's records sealed their fate. Theo became president, Evelyn and Ad Vy Soar. The Greenbelt was protected as a park. 6 months later, Willow Creek thrived. My book saw siege, a military family's war on HOA corruption went Vy Ral, sparking national HOA reforms. Lauren's tactics earned her a promotion and inspired military family protections. Our barbecue became an annual tradition, binding neighbors. Ellie asked if we'd lose our home again. Lauren knelt. Never. This is our harbor. Corruption thrives in silence, but light and unity can shatter it. Our fight became a beacon, pro-vying ordinary people, together, can topple giants.